Good evening. Good to have you with us on this edition of the Urban Debate. I'm Tanvi Shukla, and before we bring you the big story here on Urban Debate, quick check of the headlines. 91 days on, 17-year-old autistic teenager Tarun Gupta from Mumbai is still missing as his family ran from pillar to post trying to find him. Mirror now reveals the callous way in which RPF personnel dealt with a special needs child. Protesters hit the street once again across the country against the Citizenship Amendment Act. Protests staged in Delhi, Mumbai, Bengal, Kerala, urging the government to roll back this act. Congress leader Priyanka Gandhi slams the UP government and police over anti-CA protests and the way the crackdown took place in the state of Uttar Pradesh. She alleges that UP police have been threatening the protest victims to not file complaints, to not seek FIRs or action against the police. North India reels under intense cold and dense fog. Today recorded the coldest December day since 1901. In 119 years, Delhi has not seen such low temperatures. Meanwhile, a sheet of ice covers Dal Lake as Srinagar records the coldest night of the season. Dense fog hits air traffic in the national capital. Over 300 flights delayed, 21 diverted and over 40 of them cancelled just in Delhi. Thousands of passengers stranded at the airport. Thirty-six new ministers added to the Maharashtra cabinet. NCP leader Ajit Pawar takes oath as the deputy chief minister of the state, while Aditya Thackeray makes an entry and was sworn in as a minister of cabinet rank. Former Chief Minister of Maharashtra Ashok Chavan also sworn in. Karnataka CID approaches Interpol to issue a blue corner notice against self-styled godman Nityananda. Move comes after MHA wrote to Karnataka government asking them to prepare the extradition request. But let's move on to the big focus tonight. And tonight's broadcast is about how we have failed an innocent little child, a young teenager, an autistic teenager from Mumbai. We as a nation have collectively failed 17-year-old Tarun and his family. Tarun is autistic. He has only 20% eyesight without his glasses. It's a struggle. It's a big struggle to eat. For him to eat by himself. He has an immobile hand, which makes it very difficult for him to do any work. And he has been missing for 91 days. That's not all. As we begin this campaign to find Tarun and bring him back home, I want to highlight to you what's gone wrong here. You know, the railway police actually found Tarun after he went missing from his home. At the Panvel post, the railway police found him. He was with them at that post for 2 days. And then they got fed up and they simply dumped him in whichever train was passing by. They didn't even bother to find out if it's a passenger coach or a parcel courier coach that they were dumping him in at 1:30 in the night. And that train wasn't even Mumbai bound. It was going away, for taking him further away from his home. This happened 2 months ago. 2 months since the system, since the railway police, since the government, since the police officials have known about this. And no action, viewers, no action has been taken against those negligent, callous railway police officials who had absolutely no heart and behaved in such a cruel manner. Imagine an autistic child being put in a train and being sent away rather than him being helped. I'm going to tell you more and more details of this story. We will have the family of Tarun with us in the studios, telling us how they have tried to look for him and bring him back. But first up, look at this report.
This is Tarun Gupta, a 17-year-old autistic boy from Mumbai, joyfully dancing at a rally near his home in Colaba on the 1st of October. Unfortunately, it was also the last time, 91 days ago, that Tarun's parents saw him. On 1st of October, Tarun was playing outside his home in a grey t-shirt and denim shorts. Like any other autistic child, Tarun too was moved by music from an election rally passing through. Tarun also wasn't wearing his glasses, without which his vision is only 20%. Unfortunately, he got so caught up dancing in this rally, he followed it away from his home. Tarun boarded a train that stopped 46 kilometers away, but fortunately happened to be right outside the railway police post on Panvel station. But this is where the horror began. This 17-year-old boy, who has trouble communicating because of his condition, spent 2 days outside the railway police post, but not a single officer came forward to help. But the insensity of the railway police just got worse. When Tarun's distraught parents set out to look for him, they found CCTV footage from the Panvel station of an RPF constable packing off this autistic boy in the cargo compartment of an outstation train at 1:20 a.m. in the morning.
चेहरा एकदम उतर चुका है, उसने खाना नहीं खाया क्योंकि बाहर किसी से खाना नहीं मांगता है, वो सिर्फ पानी मांग रहा था। उसका हाथ फ्रैक्चर है राइट हैंड बचपन से, तो उसके हाथ में मूवमेंट नहीं है और वो पानी भी इसलिए मांग रहा था क्योंकि पानी इस तरह पी नहीं सकता है, वो उसका हाथ में मूवमेंट नहीं है।
Tarun, who went missing from Colaba, somehow reached Panvel's railway station. On the platform, when he reached Panvel railway station, then he came to the Railway Protection Force Chowki, RPF Chowki. And as per the primary investigation, the reason he came to RPF Chowki was because that RPF Chowki was very close to the drinking water spot. Tarun wanted drinking water. He was here at this chowki for 2 days and he was constantly asking the cops to help him out with water because he cannot communicate further than this. But the cops couldn't even do that much for 2 days. Instead of informing GRP or the local police or calling a helpline, what RPF constables, RPF cops did, they dragged him from the chowki and they made him sit in an outstation train which went to Sawantwadi from this very place in a luggage compartment.
फिर जाके हमने देखा है तो आरपीएफ ऑफिसर ने उसको हाथ पकड़ के, जो पार्सल वैन होती है इंजन के पास, उसमें उसको हाथ पकड़ के डाला है। तो मैंने पूछा क्या किया तुम लोगों ने? बोलते परेशान कर रहा था। मैंने बोला क्या परेशान कर रहा था? जब सीसीटीवी मैंने देखा पूरा उसका, तो उसका राइट हैंड फ्रैक्चर है बचपन से, तो बहुत कम मूवमेंट है। तो आरपीएफ की जो ऑफिस है उसके बगल में पानी का एक नल लगा हुआ है, ये डायरेक्ट पानी नहीं पी सकता हाथ से, इसके हाथ में मूवमेंट नहीं है। इसने प्लास्टिक की बोतल उठाई थी वहाँ से कहीं से, ये बार बार आके उनको सिर्फ पानी भरने के लिए बोल रहा था कि मामा मामा पानी पीना है, मामा मामा मामा, उनको मामा बोल रहा था।
What's worse is that the railway police have only initiated a probe, that too a month later, but still not taken any action against the irresponsible officer who forced Tarun to board this train instead of reporting it to any authority.
Action has been initiated against the constable as well as the supervisors of Panvel station. An inquiry has been ordered by Assistant Security Commissioner and they will be taken up under disciplinary and appeal rules. So that process is on.
In the next set of CCTV footage from Sawantwadi station, his parents discovered that he had boarded another Mumbai-bound train. The family then went to each station on the way back from Mumbai and were told that in Chiplun, Tarun was found sitting on a reserved seat. The RPF once again had a chance to help this boy, but even then, the railway officials made him get up and sit by the door. His parents and the police since have been getting calls of Tarun being spotted in Virar, in Bandra and in Kandivali, but he is yet to be found. The matter also came up in the Lok Sabha. And while it has been a long, arduous journey of nearly 100 days, Tarun's parents have pinned their hope on the Mumbai police.
तो बहुत ज़्यादा पॉजिटिव हूँ कि मुंबई पुलिस लेकर आएगी उसको, लेकिन आरपीएफ को लेकर नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं। आरपीएफ से तो एक कुछ भी उम्मीद नहीं है। जो हरकत की उन्होंने, उसके बाद तो कोई एक पैसे की उम्मीद नहीं उनसे, कि ऐसे लोग भी आरपीएफ में होते हैं जिनके अंदर 1% ह्यूमैनिटी नहीं है।
As India prepares to ring in the new year, Mirror Now says, let's find Tarun and ensure he comes home to his family soon. With Santya Gora in Mumbai, Sanjana Chauhan, Mirror Now.
That's just a short summary of what's happened. But today I want you all to know the full story. Today I want all of us to listen to the 91 long days of struggle, of pain and misery that it has been for his family. And point by point we'll show to you how at every step we as a nation and as a society have let this family down. Before I go to the family, I just want to quickly also bring in Santya, who's brought this story for us. Santya, tell us a little bit more about Tarun before we go to the family, and what is it that the RPF or the police have to say now as far as the hunt for him is concerned?
So Tanvi, as far as Tarun is concerned, he's a 17-year-old teenager. He's autistic. At one day before he went missing, he broke his glasses. So unfortunately now his vision is also only 20%. His right hand is not properly functional, especially the part above the wrist. So that means he faces difficulty in holding something or eating from his own hand. And if we talk about Tarun, Tarun is someone who is extremely fond of dancing and music and balloons and colors. That's exactly what dragged him to that political rally in which he started dancing. Now, as far as RPF is concerned, Tanvi, all they have to say that they have initiated this departmental inquiry on 7th of November, the moment they got to know about what has happened. But as far as that departmental inquiry is concerned, Tanvi, all they have done is they have they have actually sought an explanation from all these accused RPF officials. One is, of course, the constable who dragged Tarun and made him sit in that outstation train, and that too in the parcel compartment of that train, and his supervisors as well. But nothing about those cops who were there on duty for 2 days, because Tarun was there on 2nd of October for the full day, and for many hours on 1st of October as well. And there were many RPF constables, ASIs, PSIs, everybody at that time. The senior PI is claiming that he was on leave at that time, but there were other officers in that chowki. But there is no action against those people as far as RPF is concerned. In fact, against these accused officers also, they have sought an explanation, and that happened on 7th of November. Now we are talking on 30th of December, and till now also, those accused RPF cops they have not given any explanation so far. And as far as RPF is concerned, they are saying that once they will get an explanation from the accused cops, then only they will decide what has to be done further in the matter.
Santya, I'm going to keep coming back to you for more details of every aspect of this story as we unravel this for our viewers. With me also in our studios, Vinay Tiwari, our managing editor, and the family of Tarun Gupta, Mr. Vinod Gupta, who's Tarun's father, Asha ji, who's the mother of Tarun Gupta, and his brother Anuj is also with us. Vinod ji, अगर आपसे शुरू करें, अगर आप हमें बता सकें कि पहली बार कब ये पता चला कि वो पनवेल में देखा गया या वहाँ पे आरपीएफ के पास था वो?
पहले तो हम यहाँ लोकल ढूंढ रहे थे, पता लगा ही नहीं कि ट्रेन की तरफ जाएगा वो। स्पैक्स है नहीं, रूट क्रॉस करता नहीं है। साउथ मुंबई तकरीबन फर्स्ट 8 दिन 20 से 25 लोग नॉन स्टॉप हम साउथ मुंबई में ढूंढ रहे थे, हर जगह, स्लम्स, मार्केट, मतलब जहाँ तक जा सके, स्लम्स के अंदर तक, कि कहीं कोई रह गया हो, कहीं पे नहीं मिला। तो फिर ऐसा लगा शायद कि थोड़ा सा बाहर की तरफ भी देखना ज़रूरी है। ऐसे ही जस्ट चांस लिया, तकरीबन रात के 8 बजे, यहाँ बच्चा क्यों नहीं मिल रहा है और अचानक कैसे गायब हो गया फोर्ट से, और कहीं भी कोई ट्रेस नहीं इसका। तो हमने क्या किया, पूरे फोर्ट एरिया के सीसीटीवी, जितने भी शॉप्स में सीसीटीवी लगे थे, हमने 3 दिन सबसे रिक्वेस्ट करके सबकी फुटेज निकाली, और उसके बाद दिखना शुरू किया, मतलब कहीं तो दिखेगा ये, क्योंकि दिख ही नहीं रहा था एक तरीके बाद ये। फिर ये दिखा एक जगह पर पीएम रोड की तरफ टर्न करता हुआ, तब डाउट हुआ कि पीएम रोड की तरफ से कहाँ चला गया ये। फिर भी एक पॉइंट तक ही दिखा है वो, उसके बाद लापता हो गया। फिर ऐसे ही वहीं पर हम खड़े थे, तो मेरा एक फ्रेंड रहता है न्यू बॉम्बे में, तो मैंने ऐसे ही चांस लिया, मन में आ गया, मैंने बोला जरा एक बार चेक करना, कभी अगर इस तरफ से ट्रेन से अगर निकला है एक नंबर से, तो या तो वो वाशी जाएगा या बेलापुर या पनवेल, ट्रेन वहीं एंड होती है जाके। तो जब वो पनवेल पर गया तो वहाँ से 1.5 घंटे बाद कॉल आया मुझे मेरे फ्रेंड के मोबाइल से, आरपीएफ वाला बात कर रहा था। हाँ ये बच्चा यहीं था 2 दिन। मैं बोला अभी कहाँ है, तो उसका ये वर्ड था, हमने उसको बाहर कर दिया, हंगामा कर रहा था। तो मैंने बोला बाहर किया, मैंने बोला शायद वो स्टेशन से बाहर किया होगा, ये बच्चा मिल जाएगा। बहुत खुशी हुई, मतलब बच्चा मिल गया। मैंने सबको ये तक बोल दिया कि बच्चा मिल गया, जल्दी वो लेके आएंगे। तरुण पनवेल में, तुरंत गाड़ी में बैठे, पुलिस वाला भी था, बस पनवेल की तरफ चले ही थे। 20 मिनट के बाद फिर से कॉल आया फ्रेंड के मोबाइल से कि ये लोग बोल रहे हैं कि वो ट्रेन में भाग के चढ़ गया, दूसरी ट्रेन में। बोला भाग के चढ़ गया? हाँ। बोला कोई बात नहीं, हम लोग आ रहे हैं ना, आके वहाँ देखते हैं। तो जब वहाँ पहुँचे तो बोलते वो तो 3 तारीख की रात को तुथारी एक्सप्रेस में अपने आप चढ़ गया भाग के। तो साथ में पुलिस ऑफिसर था, उसने बोला ठीक है, सीसीटीवी तो है ना, हम देखते हैं। बहुत लोग थे, तकरीबन 10 से 12 लोग थे।
पुलिस वाले भी गए थे आप?
इसमें एक पुलिस वाला भी था जो उस वक्त हमारे साथ था, ढूंढ रहा था तरुण को। तो सीसीटीवी रूम में जब गए, मेरी तो हिम्मत नहीं हुई, मैं बाहर ही खड़ा था दीवार के पास। मैंने बोला शायद इनको अगर गलत फहमी हो, तरुण नहीं हो तो स्टेशन के बाहर मिल जाएगा। बहुत प्रे कर रहा था कि तरुण नहीं होना चाहिए वो। लेकिन वो लोग जब बाहर आए तो वो लोगों ने इशारा किया। मैंने बोला क्या हुआ? फिर मैंने बाहर से देखा तो इस बंदे ने उसको पार्सल वैन में, पार्सल बोगी में इस तरह बुला के हाथ पकड़ के, वो नहीं जा रहा था, वो मुंडे हिला रहा था, ना 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 ना, चढ़ा दिया। मैंने पूछा उसको, मैं बोला मैंने सिर्फ से एक ही लाइन पूछा, मैंने बोला आपके यहाँ ऐसी कोई पॉलिसी नहीं है कि ऐसे बच्चों को आप जीआरपी को या लोकल पुलिस को दे सको? नहीं, हमारे यहाँ ऐसी कोई पॉलिसी नहीं है। मैं बोला कोई बात नहीं, मेरा प्राइमरी कंसर्न था कि बच्चा वहाँ से कहीं और भी ना निकल जाए। बोला ठीक है कोई बात नहीं। बोला और कुछ किया हो तो बता देना। नहीं नहीं नहीं, वो तो चला गया हो। ठीक है कोई बात नहीं। फिर वहाँ से मैं अपने कज़न को बाय एयर उसी रात को इमीडिएटली हम गोवा भेजा कि अगर वो गोवा की तरफ गया है तो जब तक हम पहुँचे कहीं और नहीं चला जाए वो। फिर हमारे पास बाय रोड हमने उसी रात को तकरीबन 11:30 बज रहे थे, 1 by 1 हर एक स्टेशन अप टू सावंतवाड़ी हम लोगों को लग गए उसमें तकरीबन अराउंड 40 आवर्स हर एक स्टेशन पे, क्योंकि बाय रोड जब हम जाते हैं स्टेशन काफ़ी अंदर अंदर हैं रोड से। एक एक स्टेशन हम, हर स्टेशन का हमने सीसीटीवी चेक किया, कहीं ये बेचारा रात को घर समझ के उतर तो नहीं गया, चश्मा नहीं है इसके पास, नहीं उतरा था। करते करते हम दूसरी रात को सावंतवाड़ी पहुंचे। फिर वहाँ पुलिस वाले मडगांव गए, सावंतवाड़ी गए, सीसीटीवी चेक किया तो जो फुटेज चल रहा है सावंतवाड़ी का फुटेज है। वहाँ ये उतरा है, लोगों से बेगिंग की है इसने, इशारे से खाना मांगा है, पानी मांगा है। ये जो वीडियो है फर्स्ट का शॉर्ट वीडियो है, वहाँ ये बैग कर रहा है पानी के लिए, उस आदमी ने मना किया है, ये बाहर चला गया। प्लेटफॉर्म पे इसने इस तरह बैगिंग की है लोगों से, कुछ लोगों ने पैसे भी दिए इसको। एक आदमी ने इसको खाना खरीद के दिया, झुनका भाकर, ये बाहर का खाता नहीं है लेकिन मजबूरी में इसने 2 दिन से भूखा है। इसकी शक्ल देखिए, खाना कहीं बाहर मांगता नहीं। वो लेडी बता रही थी उसने बहुत थोड़ा सा खाना खाया है और उसको फोल्ड करके डस्टबिन में डाल दिया, उसको पसंद नहीं आया। उसके पास पानी की बोतल थी, फिर इसने पूरा 1 लीटर पानी पिया है भूख से। 1 घंटा वहाँ बैठा रहा है प्लेटफॉर्म पर। फिर ये ट्रेन आई, जब सब लोग जाने लगे हैं, ये अकेला पड़ गया है, तो ये भाग के फिर से ट्रेन में चढ़ा है। ये पता चला, फिर हम वापस आ गए। फिर से हमने एक स्टेशन चेक किया, 1 to 1 अप टू पनवेल है, कहीं भी नहीं उतरा ये। मैंने बोला आगे और आगे उतरा होगा, और अच्छा हुआ नहीं उतरा है, पनवेल मिल जाएगा। कुछ लोगों को हमने आगे भेजा, पनवेल रुक गए। मैंने बोला शायद अगर पनवेल में ये उतरा है तो कहीं एक गाँव वगैरह में होगा। 2 दिन हम पनवेल में ढूंढते रहे इसको, बाकी लोग आगे देखने के लिए बोला, कोई ट्रेस नहीं आया। 2 दिन के बाद फिर से एक कॉल आया सावंतवाड़ी से कि आपका बेटा गोवा की तरफ गया सावंतवाड़ी की ट्रेन पकड़ के। हम 5 लोग थे, एक पुलिस वाले थे, हम 4 लोग। इमीडिएटली हम 3 लोग सुबह की फ्लाइट से गए और पुलिस वाला और कज़न जो है शाम की फ्लाइट से वो गोवा आए। फिर से हम सावंतवाड़ी आए, तो दुकान वाले को पूछा तो थोड़ा सा वो कंफ्यूज था, बोला नहीं वो 3 तारीख को ही मैंने देखा था, वो गोवा की तरफ नहीं बॉम्बे की तरफ गया। हम फिर से खाली हाथ बॉम्बे आए, 5 लोग, कहीं नहीं दिखाई। जब रिटर्न आया, जब आ रहा है मतलब ये कहीं उतरा ही नहीं है, ना दादर में दिखा है ना पनवेल में दिखा है, क्योंकि सुपरफास्ट ट्रेन थी वो, सिर्फ 4 स्टेशन रुकी है रोहा के बाद। फिर एक जब मैं सीसीटीवी देख रहा था चिपलून में, तो D10 के बाहर कुछ पब्लिक भीड़ जमा हो गई थी। तो पुलिस वाले ने देखा कि कुछ अगर भीड़ जमा है तो शायद कुछ अंदर हुआ था, क्योंकि D10 में ही तरुण था। तो एक कैमरे से सीसीटीवी से जो RPF वाला अंदर गया था उसका नाम और नंबर लिया गया, TC का नंबर लिया गया। उससे बात की गई कि क्या हुआ था D10 में, कोई ऐसा बच्चा था क्या? तो उसने बोला हाँ ये बच्चे ने हंगामा कर दिया था। तो हमने बोला क्या किया था? तो वो जिसकी रिजर्व सीट पर बैठा हुआ था चिपलून में, वो आदमी आ गया। तो ये लोगों ने उसको उठाना चाहा, TC ने काफ़ी डांट रहा था TC उसको, तो नहीं उठाई। मम्मी पास जाऊँगा, मम्मी पास जाऊँगा। शाम हो चुकी थी, शायद अंधेरा हो चुका थोड़ा वहाँ पर, वो डर गया, उतरा नहीं वो। फिर वो लोगों ने RPF वाले को बुलाया। RPF वाले ने थोड़ा फोर्स यूज़ किया, इसको ले जाने की कोशिश की, ट्रेन से बाहर उतारने की। ये नहीं उतरा, इसने डरा हुआ था पहले ही पनवेल में इसके साथ जो हुआ था।
वहाँ पे भी उन्होंने उसको जबरदस्ती
उतारने की कोशिश की कि साथ में ले जाने के लिए अपने साथ, लेकिन उस वक्त RPF वाला अकेला ही था, तो वो उतार नहीं पाया और दरवाजे तक लेकर आए थे पकड़ के उसको। तो जो पब्लिक थी वो शोर मचाने लगी, इसको चोट लग जाएगी, छोड़ दो। और उतने में ट्रेन शुरू हो गई, तो RPF वाले ने तो छोड़ दिया कि इसको चोट लग जाएगी। ये जमीन पे बैठा रहा अकेले। तकरीबन शायद 100 लोग थे उस कोच में, लेकिन किसी एक ने भी उसको ये नहीं सोचा कि एक हेल्पलाइन पे हम कॉल कर दें, ये बच्चा मिसिंग है। बाद में सब बोल रहे थे, हमको पता था बच्चा मिसिंग है, इवन TC को भी लग रहा था कि ये मिसिंग है, लेकिन सब लग रहा था, एक्शन किसी ने नहीं लिया। अब वो बच्चा थाने उतरा, पैसेंजर से हमने बात की, कुछ बता रहे हैं कि ये दादर उतरा है, लेकिन
तो वो जो RPF वाले थे वहाँ और एक टिकट कलेक्टर थे, 2 तो सरकारी ऑफिशियल थे वहाँ, उन्होंने अगर उसको वहाँ बिठा भी दिया और शांत होने दिया, उसके बाद छोड़ दिया।
शायद उनको पता नहीं था कि उसको कैसे हैंडल करना है।
पर किसी स्टेशन पे पहुंच के किसी को बुलाना है,
थोड़ा सा
रिपोर्ट लिखानी होती है।
चिल्लाने लग गया, डर गया था, और वो इतने दिनों से घर से बाहर था। 750 किलोमीटर अप, 750 किलोमीटर डाउन, बिना कुछ खाए पिए, नॉन स्टॉप।
और ये कितने दिनों के बीच की बात है जो चिपलून में मिला?
सेम डे,
उसी दिन,
ये 2 तारीख की रात को 1:20 यहाँ से इसको ट्रेन में डाला गया है। आफ्टरनून में 12:30 को सावंतवाड़ी उतरा है, 1 घंटा बैठा है, 1:30 या 1:40 की वो ट्रेन पकड़ के फिर से वापस आया है।
मैं अगर आशा जी से इस समय पे एक चीज़ पूछना चाहती हूँ कि जो आप बता रहे हैं कि काफ़ी लोगों को समझ नहीं आया कि कैसे उसको हैंडल किया जाए, जब वो चिल्ला रहा है या कह रहा है मम्मी के पास जाऊंगा और नहीं सुन रहा है किसकी बात। आप थोड़ा हमें बताएं उस तरुण के बारे में, लोगों को पता चले, कहीं किसी को मिल जाए तो थोड़ा तरुण के बारे में, किस चीज़ से वो कंफर्ट फील करेगा या किस चीज़ से उत्तेजित होगा, जो भी आप बता सकें।
अगर हम उसको फोटो दिखाएंगे,
नहीं सिर्फ हम उसको तरुण भी बोल देंगे ना,
तरुण,
तो उसको ये पता चल जाएगा कि ये मुझे जानता है। बस वो एकदम आपके पास आके खड़ा हो जाएगा और आपको बोलेगा पापा को फ़ोन लगाओ, पापा को फ़ोन लगाओ। सिर्फ आप एक आवाज़ दे देंगे उसको, तरुण,
सिर्फ फ़ोन दिखा दोगे,
बस उसको ये पता होना चाहिए कि ये मुझे जानता है। बस वो आपके पास आके एकदम आप जैसा बोलेंगे वैसा करेगा।
अगर नाम से उसको
सिर्फ आप तरुण बोल देंगे, उसको ये पता होना चाहिए कि ये मुझे जानता है, बस वो आपके पास आएगा, आप जो बोलेंगे वो करेगा। मम्मी पास जाना है, हाँ, वो आपको खुद बोलेगा पापा को फोन लगा, पापा को फोन लगा।
पहले यही बोलेगा कि मम्मी पापा को फोन लगाओ।
वो बोल रहा था, वो
मांगेगा फोन।
उसको नंबर कोई याद हो?
नंबर तो याद नहीं है, लेकिन
वो
वो
लिख
इतना
नहीं
उसको
पाता है।
समझ में है कि वो फोन से मैं बात कर लूंगा अपने मम्मी पापा से, बस इतना उसको समझ है बराबर। वो पहले आपका फोन मांगेगा।
In fact, I just want to show, and I have one of his pictures, and Vinay also has another one. This is the picture of Tarun, and I think all of us need to take a closer look, especially those in Maharashtra. But we don't know by now where he is and where he's gone. If at all, if there is a time that you think social media helps, and forwarding posts and pictures and messages on social media helps, maybe this is that time. The numbers are flashing on your screens. ये तरुण की फैमिली के ही नंबर्स हैं जो उनको ढूंढने में तरुण को मदद कर रहे हैं, उनके नंबर्स हैं। अगर आपको कहीं दिखे तो आप उस नंबर पे फ़ोन कर सकते हैं। I want to quickly go across to संजना, and जो चीज़ अभी हमें बता रहे हैं वो चीज़ को हम थोड़ा समराइज़ करेंगे कि क्या उसकी टाइमलाइन रही है। बट एक चीज़ तो क्लियर है विनोद जी कि आपको बहुत सारे कॉल्स आए, कुछ अंदाज़ा है आप कितने जगह जा चुके हैं अभी तक, कितनी लीड्स ऐसे मिली होंगी?
25 से 30 जगह, क्योंकि हम रुके नहीं रहे, नॉन स्टॉप पोस्टर्स लगाना, हर तरह की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
क्योंकि हर बार आप कहीं जाते होंगे तो वो उम्मीद रहती है कि
कम से
ये
कम
रहे, यहाँ मिल जाएगा, यही होगा।
शायद ये एरिया फिर से कवर करते हैं, फिर से पोस्टर्स लगाते हैं। अभी 15 दिन पहले एटलीस्ट हमने 5-5.5 पोस्टर्स लगाए। अब तो यहाँ से टोटल 147 रेलवे स्टेशन लोकल, यहाँ से विरार, यहाँ से पनवेल, यहाँ से अप टू कल्याण, हर एक स्टेशन पे पोस्टर्स लगे हैं। एक उम्मीद से, शायद वो एक आंख हो जिसने फाइनली कहीं तरुण को देखा हो, शायद वो आंख इस पोस्टर को देख ले। हर रात को सोच के सोते हैं कल तरुण घर आएगा, कल तरुण, लेकिन दूसरी रात को फिर वो उम्मीद टूट जाती है, फिर 1 घंटे बाद उम्मीद बनती है, नहीं कल तरुण आएगा। कोई तो एक आंख होगी जो पोस्टर को देखेगी, कोई तो एक आंख होगी जो राइट तरुण की जगह बताएगा कि तरुण यहां है।
ऐसा आशा जी कभी पहले हुआ है, मतलब अपनी ही गली में कहीं चला गया? जैसे हम ये वीडियो देख रहे थे तो उसको देख के ये तो लग रहा है कि उसको डांस करना अच्छा लगता है, वो मतलब बिल्कुल जान पहचान वाले लोग भी हैं अभी उनके साथ। तो ये तो थोड़ा और तरुण के बारे में आप बताइए ताकि कोई अगर उसको कहीं देखे तो दिमाग में रहे या पहचान जाए। मुश्किल है, मुझे मालूम है ये बात करना,
क्योंकि वो भी बात नहीं कर सकता ना एक्चुअली उतना, तो फिर बहुत
डांस करना, पूजा करना, कहीं भी अगर पूजा होती है तो विदाउट इनविटेशन दरवाज़ा नॉक करके जाके बैठ जाना, घर में भी और कहीं भी, मतलब पूजा पाठ का बहुत ज़्यादा। ऐसा बच्चा चला गया,
कभी
बिलीव
ऐसा
भी
नहीं
नहीं होता
हुआ।
है।
No, look, tonight, it's not about debating or discussing. Tonight, I really want to appeal to the conscience of people who are watching this show. You know, just look at this. Just look at this. Look at this picture. Look at this boy. And I'm telling you, if you see that visual that we were running, the first sequence showed him. If people are watching this carefully at the station, they'll see there is a visual of him. By his hand, he's making a gesture, trying to tell people, trying to communicate people, he's thirsty. His father has just told him that he doesn't eat food outside, right? Outside his home. He only eats home food. He hasn't eaten for 2 days and he's literally trying to tell people that he's hungry. I mean, at least there was one good Samaritan who probably bought him Jhunka Bakar, which obviously he didn't like, which is completely understandable. You know, tonight is the time when most of the people in this country, especially those who are watching this channel, are perhaps planning for their New Year's. There is a party tomorrow. They must be making their list. There must be a menu card. There must be all kinds of preparations looking forward to the New Year. People are making their New Year resolutions. They're doing all kinds of things, looking forward. Imagine the plight of this family. They lost a child for no fault of theirs. Even if I was to assume for a second or a minute that this was something that could have happened, here is a system and an administration where they had the child for 48 hours, not 1 hour, not 2 hours, not half a day. For 2.5 days, this child stays with that constable, with that policeman, who's probably the most heartless man that you can think of. And I want Mumbai and the rest of the country to use that word for him. If Mr. Arun Kumar, who's the DG of RPF, listening to this broadcast or is being told about this broadcast, you have a heartless official against whom you haven't acted. He's a man who's still on job. Imagine that boy was shoved into a train's parcel compartment at 1:20 in the morning. Which human being does that? Please tell me which human being does that. And on top of it, today we are being told that there is a charge sheet that has been filed against him, which is a departmental inquiry, and we've done this business long enough to know what this departmental inquiry means. It means nothing, it's a sham. That guy does not deserve to be in the job, he doesn't deserve to be in uniform, he should be out of the force right away.
Well, RPF officials off the record have told our reporter Santya that they don't think this is a action which calls for suspension. I think it's not just that man. If collectively the RPF thinks in such a manner and has dragged its feet for now over 2 months, Vinay, over 2 months, they have known for 2 months that one man, that one constable put him forcefully in a parcel van and sent him away from home, and they have not acted against him.
Yes, and I tell you something else. I can completely understand that a constable in a police force may not understand how to deal with an autistic child. That's possible. I mean, we are ready to accept that. Maybe the next hour, 9 to 10, we have a lot of experts who deal with autism and who will help us understand how to deal with a child like that. But please tell me, for heaven's sake, a policeman in uniform in India has the power and the authority. He's got a wireless at his command.
Yes.
He's got a messenger system. He's got a GRP at his beck and call. He can call the local police. He can call a child helpline. He can summon an NGO. He can summon experts. He can get them to come to the railway station to help them in trying to find a solution for it.
Yes.
Nothing of that was done for 2 days. And if this story doesn't make India angry about how things work, and if this story doesn't jolt the authorities in acting against such people who are insensitive, who are inhuman, and possibly do not deserve to be in any uniform of any color, then I don't think anything else will. Just think about it. Just look at the visual. Just look at that boy. He's coming out of the train, asking people to help him with food. He's asking for water. Nobody knows where he is right now. Nobody knows whether he's eaten properly or not. Nobody knows who has him with him. I mean, God willing, he will be with some good Samaritan who's probably taking care of him. But is this the New Year that this family deserves? This is a New Year that Mumbai deserves. And Mumbai, I have personally, lived in many cities, and I can tell you, Mumbai is a city with a heart. And I would really be happy if Mumbai makes this as a New Year resolution, that they will make every effort, whoever they know on social media, wherever, to make this the biggest broadcast ever. And get this child back home united to this family so that they have a great 2020.
Yes, and Vinodji was telling how they began the hunt. All his friends, family members, colleagues, somebody in Navi Mumbai going from Navi Mumbai to Panvel station, going through CCTVs. That's humanity. But that one man, in fact, 2 of them, the second time in Chiploon, when they found him in the train, उनको नहीं पता उसके साथ कैसे डील करना है, तो छोड़ दिया उसको वहाँ. नहीं तो वो मिल जाता और आज घर होता वापस.
3 things that struck me while Mr. Gupta was recounting his story was this. The constable tells him, the RPF constable, हमने उसको बाहर कर दिया क्योंकि वो परेशान कर रहा था. This is the one shade of Indian administration and the way it works. 40 hours they've been going from station to station to station to check where the child must be on CCTV footage. 40 railway stations. Think about it. Everybody hearing this broadcast should think about it. 147 stations is where they've gone to put up posters. Just think. Their life has completely changed. In 91 days that they've been hunting for the child, they've gone to 147 railway stations putting up posters. It's only hope that's making them do it. We failed. We failed in them as a family, as a city. We failed them as a system. And we failed them as a governance model and tool. There is no compassion if this is what a policeman or any person in authority does.
There are a lot more details that we want to bring to our viewers, and because it's so difficult for the family to recount every single time, every single thing again and again, I'm actually going to first just go across to Sanjana. And Sanjana, we cannot emphasize on this enough, on how the RPF again and again and again let this autistic child down?
Tanvi, exactly what I'm going to take you through are all the opportunities that the RPF had to help Tarun, to assist him in any kind of way, but they didn't. So first, Tanvi, for the first 2 days, let me just tell our viewers that for the first 2 days that Tarun was at the Panvel railway station, he was there outside. The railway police force is post. He was there. Not a single officer came forward to help him. Secondly, after that, the RPF constable, as we have been reporting, rather heartlessly, definitely agitated, took Tarun and dumped him in the cargo compartment of an outstation train. The most horrific part of this, Tanvi, and our viewers, it was at 1:20 a.m. You wouldn't take a child, from a police, from a railway station, obviously deserted, and dump them on a cargo compartment at any hour of the day. 1:20 a.m. Can you just imagine what he must have been going through? After that, the RPF and the ticket collector even discovered that Tarun was sitting on a reserved seat near Chiplun. The passengers called these officials because Tarun was refusing to get up. As his father rightly pointed out, there were reports of him creating a ruckus. There was a little bit of some activity going on. But despite that, even then the ticket collector and the RPF official made Tarun get up and they made him sit near the door. Not once was he asked if he was all right, where his parents were. He had a bottle of water in his hand. Nothing. After that, the official inquiry by the RPF was delayed by a month. Let's remember that this happened on the 1st of October, but the RPF knew that Tarun was missing on the 8th of October because his parents showed up at the Panvel station. But unfortunately, they lodged a probe only on the first week of November, by which time it has already been more than a month, Tanvi, and they've not even suspended or taken any action against any of these officers.
All right, Sanjana, I'm going to keep coming back to you for more, but to this point, and I want to go back to Vinod ji on this. Vinod ji, वो बहुत important 48 hours थे और आप गए उस स्टेशन में और आपने उन्हीं ऑफिशियल से बात करी. क्या आपने उनसे पूछा, क्या उन्होंने कोई एक्सप्लेनेशन दिया कि 2 दिन तक वो क्यों नहीं उन्होंने प्रोटोकॉल फॉलो किया, किसी को बुलाया, किसी से मदद ली? 2 दिन क्या कर रहे थे वो लोग?
पॉलिसी नहीं, कोई ऐसी कोई पॉलिसी नहीं. मैंने उसी ऑफिसर से पूछा और बड़े गुस्से में था वो गुस्से में था, बड़े जोर से बोला उसने, नहीं हमारे ऐसी कोई पॉलिसी नहीं है. बोला ठीक है.
तो पॉलिसी क्या है कि पकड़ के डब्बे में डाल के भेज दो उनको? आप कह रहे थे कि वो उधर से बगल में एक दूसरा ऑफिस था, वहाँ भी गया.
ये वहाँ भी गया था, क्योंकि हमने जिसके बाद जब नहीं मिला तो हमने फिर पोस्टर लगाने शुरू किए. हमने बोला बात और देर हो जाए, इससे पहले पोस्टर्स लगाना शुरू करते हैं जल्दी जल्दी. तो तुरंत हमने पोस्टर्स लगाए. मिड ऑफ अक्टूबर कॉल्स आने शुरू हो गए. उसमें से एक कॉल आया था कि आपका बेटा आरपीएफ फॉलो के पास है पनवेल पे. बोला नहीं मेरा बेटा पनवेल. मैंने पता किया. बोलता नहीं आप जाइए, क्योंकि 2 तारीख की रात को तुथारी एक्सप्रेस में मैं पार्सल बुक करने के लिए गया था. मैं बोला कहाँ पर? बोला जो आरपीएफ का जो चौकी है बस उसके बगल में पार्सल का ऑफिस है, शायद मोटरमैन या पार्सल का ऑफिस है. तो मैं वहाँ था, आपका बेटा आके भाग के मेरे पास बैठ गया सोफे पे. तो मैंने उसको पूछा भी क्या है, कहाँ से हो, क्या कर रहे हो? तो वो एक ही बात बोल रहा था, मम्मी पास जाऊँगा, मम्मी पास जाऊँगा, मम्मी पास जाऊँगा. तो मैंने थोड़ा सा हंसी मजाक भी किया. तो वो बस एक ही बात बोल रहा था, मम्मी पास जाना है, मम्मी पास जाना है. उतने में 2 आरपीएफ वाले आए और उसका हाथ पकड़ के खींचते हुए बाहर लेके गए. तो उस आदमी को ये लगा कि शायद उन्होंने उसको अपनी कस्टडी में रखा है या कहीं रखा होगा. तो मैंने उसको बताया नहीं, वो लोग बाहर तो ले गए, उसको स्टेशन के बाहर कर दिया था. और फिर उसके बाद जब वो ट्रेन आई 1 घंटे बाद, तो ये कॉर्नर में आके पानी की बोतल लेके इस तरह खड़ा है देखते हुए. मैंने वो पार्सल वैन खोला, सबको बिठाने के बाद उसको इस तरह बुलाया, उसको अंदर कर दिया. वो नहीं जा रहा था.
Take a moment, viewers, to just let this sink in. Let this sink in. What has just happened to that little boy, 17-year-old autistic child, and the way those officials have behaved. behave with him. It's extremely difficult for any family to think about this daily and still find the courage and the hope to go out and hunt for him. But think about that man who caught hold of him and threw him into a parcel coach, not meant for people. Just threw him in that box, in a train that was going somewhere, away from his home, away from Mumbai. This is the attitude. For 2 days they had him in their office. He went looking for help. He went looking for water. And this is how those officials treated him. And then they say कि कोई policy नहीं है. I want to go across to Santya on that point, because Santya has actually been tracking this day after day after day, asking what action is being taken, both to find Tarun and also against those who didn't do their job right. Santya, is there no policy? Aren't RPF, isn't there a protocol for missing children, let alone autistic children within the RPF?
See, Tanvi, before we talk about the protocol, let me tell you one thing RPF is extremely proud of and boast about. So recently, before Tarun went missing, RPF actually issued booklets to its employees, to all its officials, and that booklet is actually an SOP to what to do when you find a missing child. And yes, that's the irony here. RPF boasts about that. And Mr. Vinod Gupta sitting there will tell you that when he went to meet these senior RPF officials, that what is being done against those who did not report him to local police, GRP, basically, and they themselves are police. They're not supposed to go to another police like this. They're supposed to take all the necessary steps. But he was told by senior RPF officials that we have this booklet which was shown to him. So apart from that, now if we talk about the protocol, we're talking about Railway Protection Force here. They're supposed to take care of whatever happens on the station. Now there are divisions as well. For example, RPF will look after all the property of the station, and GRP will look at all the passenger safety angle. But in such a situation, it's extremely clear that RPF is supposed to inform the station master, RPF is supposed to inform the local police, RPF is supposed to inform GRP, and RPF is also supposed to inform a child welfare committee. RPF has to inform all these authorities about a missing child, and it's only after that once all these authorities are informed, RPF is supposed to hand over that child to GRP. But none of these things were done, Tanvi, and on the top of that, there's this one booklet which RPF is extremely proud of, and anybody who goes to question to RPF to question why there is no action against those cops, RPF has this booklet to show. Tanvi.
A booklet that tells them what to do, that they are very proud of and want to speak about, but a booklet that's probably not reached their own officials, Vinay.
Yes, and I would show this booklet to, God forbid, if any person who works for the RPF and something, God forbid, happens to somebody in their family, I'm going to show this booklet to them. Please read this, RPF's Guide on Missing Children, on your screens right now. Child can be taken to station master. Was it done? The answer is no. Next point will tell you about how the RPF says that they should call the Child Welfare Committee or the local. The answer is no. This, for somebody, Mr. Gupta just said that that officer was telling him procedure nahi hai, ye policy nahi hai, right? The same policy is now being used to take action against these people, which has been dragging on for the last 2.5 months. They started an inquiry mid-November. 1 month after the incident happened, a so-called inquiry was started. We are now sitting on 30th of December. We're heading into the new year. That inquiry is still not over. God knows what inquiry they are doing, which cannot identify and find out that this is inhuman. There is no other word for it.
And there is nothing to be decided on that or probed into that. वो खुद बोल रहे हैं. Mr. Gupta has spoken to that man.
And it's there on camera.
That man is in as many words saying his action is on camera. The entire 2-day event and that specific action has been caught on CCTV. Is sitting right there, that evidence. They have seen it. The official is admitting it. And yet the RPF says, well, we are still investigating. This is not over. This story needs your attention. We are going to bring in more experts to help you understand why and how to deal with autistic children, why this is such a grave problem, and how lack of sensitivity and awareness plagues our entire country over these issues.